But we'll have to do that tomorrow because we close in 5 minutes.
It's 6:35, sir.
What are you, my fucking boss? You make the hours here? I say when we close. We close in 5 minutes. I got reservations at Chili's. I'm meeting my boys.
You have a reservation at Chili's?
Mm-hmm.
That's actually smart. I mean, it gets busy on a Wednesday night.
Welcome back to Thinking Critical. This is Wes, and it's that time of the week when I get the curmudgeon of critical, the most salty dog I know in the channel with me, and we talk some shit about the worst things in comics this week. Some people call it the shit list. We call it the worst of the week. How you doing, Pele?
Doing just fine. I was doing fine until I had to read these damn books. God, this is. What are you doing to me, man? What are you doing to me? God, I'm so happy.
It's all in the name of It's in the name of entertainment, Pele. The people spoke. They love this when you and I get together and we roast a couple of comics or maybe a comic story in a comic. And this week it's all comics because there are worse single issue comics out there than Avengers 30. But oh boy, there's one particular sequence in here is just absolutely laughable. You know, it starts with a weird version of Captain America's delivering a baby in a ring of fire with only a shield to protect him. He's bringing the new Starbrand into the world. Yeah. What'd you think about this story?
Oh, geez. It's so bad. It really is. I mean, first off, what's this thing on Captain America's head? What he has, like this do-rag?
It's a do-rag, yeah.
Oh, Jesus, God in heaven. I mean, the artwork, I guess, is passable in the strictest sense of, okay, yeah, it's a comic book and these are comic characters in it, but there's really not a lot of feeling in it. But
I forgot to mention one of the best parts when She-Hulk shows up and she does Lamaze with the mother.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Like,
just breathe, she's trying to teach her breathing techniques as she's giving birth to a planet killing entity. Like, okay.
while she's blasting the shit out of Gladiator and everybody else that gets within a couple of feet of her, and it's like, oh yeah, this is
don't forget to breathe.
Yeah, oh God. Reminds me of the Robin Williams, the thing where you oh my God, just stop it already. I mean, what the hell is she doing there? What I don't understand. She was in prison. She was taken as a slave by the Shi'ar. And then no. It's a much more tragic and heartbreaking story than that, Pele. She was an Earthling, and she and her boyfriend, they got pregnant. They couldn't make ends meet. They couldn't support their family on Earth, so they had to look somewhere else to make money. So they illegally, space coyotes still come into the Shi'ar galaxy, and they're picking fruit for a living, and only 3 Shi'ar credits a day, Pele. What's the conversion rate? How could it get much
worse than that?
What's the conversion rate on that? I mean, because what?
Like
Starbucks
$14 a credit, maybe. She's she's making $50 a day picking crawberries.
Oh my God! McDonald's is hiring. Starbucks. What is their boyfriend doesn't work? What is he?
He's a bum, man. He's obviously a bum. And she was in Kansas City. There's plenty of casinos there. They hire pregnant ladies to serve drinks there. I've been to those.
God. So she's picking crawberries for wine, and she gets arrested or some stupid shit like that, and then she's pregnant. She's already pregnant.
She was there illegally, Pele. She's an illegal alien.
And
do you support this action by the Shi'ar galaxy to protect their sovereignty by arresting a pregnant woman?
Oh God, this is bad. I mean, you've got the heralds of Galactus that show up, and it's like, what?
Whoa! You're jumping ahead, Pele. We got to get to the most tragic part. She was doing nothing. She's just collecting crawberries for the finest wine in all the Shi'ar galaxy for Gladiator and all the bigwigs there. And they not only did they sentence her to 3 years for being a legal alien, they sentenced the unborn baby to 2 years in prison just for being inside of her illegally. What the hell, Pele? This woman's been through everything.
Well, you're gonna cross the Rio Grande. You're gonna break the law. Then you got to pay the price, I guess. Hell, I don't know.
Not even Donald Trump would sentence a baby to prison.
No. He did. Louise wait until it's born. No, I'm just kidding. But geez, God, this is terrible. I mean, and what they're just gonna and she's blasting the crap out of him because she's got the Starbrand, and what they're afraid that she's going to destroy worlds and everything like that if this baby's born.
Gladiator wants to kill her and the baby because the Starbrand is dangerous, and the Avengers are there to save her because she's in a medical emergency. It's not her fault.
It's a medical emergency. She's going to have a baby. She's blasting the shit out of everybody. I
think it's insinuated she might have flown through a couple of planets, probably destroying them completely.
Well, here's the thing, and that's a good point. Here's the thing: you've got this crazy bitch who's having a baby. She's blasting shit everything. She's probably already killed millions of people since she's already destroyed other planets. I got to side with the Heralds of Galactus on this one. I think Gladiator had a point. He has a point. It's time to just put the foot down on this. It's like, how many billions of people could die just because this crazy chick who's giving birth to, the Starbrand baby, which I think it's a star being born, but oh God, no, just if somebody's giving birth to Galactus, you want to stop that before it can happen, Well, it's insinuated that the only reason Gladiator wants to stop her is because he doesn't want the Starbrand to be in the hands of a woman, because he's misogynist. He's a misogynist. He's a misogynist. Right. Okay. That's stupid. That is just stupid. Oh God. Who wrote this? Who wrote this crap? It's Jason Aaron. He's not at the top of his game. And we got to talk about the last part before we move on to an even worse comic book than this. It's the three Heralds of Galactus standing in as basically the three wise men visiting the baby Jesus. In this case, it's the baby Starbrand to give the baby Starbrand three magical gifts of life, time, and hope. Jeez, the new Messiah is born, or the Marvel Messiah is born. Nobody had pocket change, couldn't, Oh, how about some perfume or something, Oh, you can imagine the smell around there. You got burnt umbilical cord and fetal fluid all over the place. Ugh. I don't know. I guess this is leading to Jason Aaron's big event. I'm glad that I basically signed off of Avengers. I only read this because I saw some pictures online. And I said, that looks fucking terrible. I got to read this. It's terrible. This is shit. This is as bad as I expected. On to the next comic book. Fuck this. And this somehow, even worse. It's our favorite, contributor to the channel, Brian Michael Bendis. It's Action Comics. What is it? 16, I think. 16 too many. I know that. And it's kind of weird. Action Comics 1019. 1019. We're on 19s. Whatever. Who cares? It's Brian Michael Bendis, Action Comics. It is the worst fucking artwork in the world. Junior on the art. Oh my God, Pele. Oh. This man is a legend, correct? Legend to what? He's a legendary comic he shits out. He makes out. He puts out a decent page, a really decent page every 10 years. And it's when he actually sits down and he concentrates and he can actually put out some really impressive artwork. But just the regular shit that he puts out lately is awful. I mean, it's really, really bad. And I was needling Ash in the comment in our little private chat, calling him the Gail Simone of comic artists. He really is. He really is. He is once in a month. Once in a decade, he'll come out with something that's worth having. Like I was saying before, but this is not one of them. This is absolutely not it. God, it's bad. Look at this. Look at the cover. Look at this. My 8-year-old niece can draw like this. Well, at least Superman's not wearing a diaper, or even if he is, you can't really tell by the cover.
step up this week, right?
Yeah, I guess so. It's like that cross hatching that instead of actually inking the page, instead of giving real shadow values, it's just the lines. This is sad. This is really, really sad. It's poor quality. But let's get into the middle. Let's get into it. Let's look into the book itself because it doesn't get any better. It gets
it only gets worse. So I gotta say, John Romita Jr.'s take on Gorilla Grodd. Interesting.
Big lump of brown something. It looks like a turd. It doesn't look like a gorilla to me. It looks like a big turd with lines thrown through it. I have no idea what this is.
Have you seen anything like it? Because I've never seen Gorilla Grodd look quite like this one. Like
it's bad. It's sitting there. He's like, I guess he's eating ribs with Cheetah. They're both snacking on some ribs or something like that. They got the big,
I think it's a carrot dipped in chocolate. Personally,
yeah, I guess it is. It says ribs on the bucket. It's bad. I've never seen ribs that look like femur bones before, but I guess it's ribs. So okay.
Oh, there are buckets. My bad. I was looking at another picture.
Oh, Jesus, God in heaven.
So this issue is basically to introduce Brian Michael Bendis's big villain Leviathan into the Legion of Doom, and they're kind of subservient to him. They're very impressed with him. It felt like when Captain Marvel meets another female character.
Right.
They tell each other how great they are. That's essentially what's happening here, but it's Lex Luthor, Brainiac, slurping on Leviathan.
They spend like 20 pages congratulating each other on how wonderful their evil, diabolical plans have worked and jerking each other off. And I'm like, for 20 pages, it's like, I'm looking. See, I got a floppy page right here. I got the page right here. I'm looking.
Hope you're not planning on selling that copy.
Now, okay. So we're looking at this right here, and this is tragic. The only action is in retrospect. Okay. They're talking about how their plans, this plan worked, this plan didn't work really well. This plan right here, could work as long as, we cripple Superman and we, do away with the rest of the Justice League and Teen Titans and everybody else, and then you can swoop in and hamstring him. And it's like, what the hell? All of this could be taken care of in 2 pages. All of it.
Or you could just scrap it all together and write a good story.
Yeah, or you could scrap it all together and write a decent story to begin with. But this is classic Bendis. This is like, I'm gonna stretch out the content of 2 pages to fill a 24-page book.
And then he randomly throws in like 3 scenes of Superman and Batman fighting somebody for reasons I'm not actually quite certain of. Just so you don't realize nothing's happening.
Yeah, it's typical Bendis. Nothing is happening in this book. We're just going to have a whole 24 pages of dialogue while we talk about how awesomely evil we are. Yes. Oh, fuck me.
But you're not fooling me, Bendis. I'm on to your bag of tricks. I know nothing fucking happened in this comic, and it's all garbage, and everyone sounds the same. Except sometimes somebody will refer to Lex Luthor as Lex, and that's how you know who they're talking to.
Here's what gets me with Bendis. See, he write 24 pages of shit with nothing going on. And then when something does go on, let's say something is actually happening in the story, 1 page, maybe a panel. And then there's exposition for like 3 books over what happened in that one damn panel instead of actually spreading the story out. It's the most annoying, ridiculous, absurd shit I've ever seen, and that's why I despise him. I absolutely despise everything that Bendis does, and this is just another dollop of shit on the big shit sandwich that is Bendis's writing.
So it's kind of weird. I know Scott Snyder recently, he just finished up his Justice League, but he's been building up this like Apex Lex. He's the ultimate predator. He's the biggest threat the galaxy's ever seen. Apparently, he's going to be fighting, the Batman Who Laughs in Death Metal. Yeah. So Lex basically says, I can't hack it. I need to bring Leviathan in to take out Superman. And then Lex and Leviathan both say,
Yeah.
but we can't hack it together yet. We need to bring in the Red Cloud.
Yeah.
And she's the only one that can do it. We're going to soften Superman up for her so she can finally take him out. And it's like,
oh, jeez.
like, no one
What
cares
the hell?
about that character. No one cares about Leviathan. The only character in here anyone cares about is Lex, and he's making him like 3 notches below Red Cloud. What
Yeah,
the
it's
fuck?
Well, Lex and of Leviathan like jerking each other off for like 20 pages. Then they go and they get Leviathan, and they're like trying to get her off so she'll jump in with them. And it's like, in this plan, yeah, like you said, to take out Superman. And it's like, if they're such badasses, why are the rest of the Justice League still alive? Why is Batman still alive? Why is Wonder Woman still alive? It boggles the mind. They've written themselves. He's written himself into a corner as usual. He's
and he's also ruining all the work Scott Snyder did, creating this new version of Lex Luthor that's the most powerful creep villain in the world, and he's like subservient to a couple of nobody donks that no one even gives a shit about. No one gives a fuck about Leviathan. No one gives a fuck about Red Mist, Red Cloud, whatever the hell her name is, the Red Fog.
the Red Rag or whatever it is. I have no idea. It's just, this is stupid. Just stop. Don't do it anymore. It's $4 that you could, maybe even $5, whatever the hell, that you could spend on something worthwhile, something decent. Go buy an issue of Spawn. You'll have some money left over to go buy a coat.
Mm-hmm. You can probably help send a kid to school in a third world country. That would go miles further than reading this garbage. And the weirdest part about it all, John Romita Jr.'s art's actually worse than Bendis' writing in this issue. It's one of the worst comic issues I've ever seen illustrated from the big two. Like outside of like
I think he drew
Squirrel
this
Girl
like
or something
minutes.
terrible like that.
Just fuck this book. Fuck Bendis. Fuck John Romita Jr. Just stop buying this crap. Stop buying it. Nobody wants this.
All right. Truer words have never been said. Thank you very much, Pele, you salty old bastard.
You're welcome. Then maybe next week we'll find something that's shittier than this, because this is shitty. But I'm just sick of Bendis. I really am. That bastard is he's ruining DC Comics just like he tried to ruin Marvel, and people will still keep buying it based on some legacy that he never earned to begin with. Just stop. For the love of God, just stop.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. I would appreciate it very much. It helps us attract more views for the channel. Subscribe for future commentary, comic book news, and reviews. And don't forget to ring the bell for notifications. If you want to talk comics, movies, and much, much more, you can follow me on Twitter at Wes_from_TC. With that, Salamat Po, and I'm out.